Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Project Eddie, our 2015 facelift lounge that we done a walk around video on last week. So today's video, we're going to get it up on the ramp, get all the wheels off, take a look at the brakes, look at the springs, look at the shock absorbers, see what sort of condition it's in underneath, and then we're going to get that wing off and get the replacement wing on, ready to go to Fraser's at the body shop. So let's not waste any time, roll the titles and let's get out there and get cracking. So as you can see, guys, I've already put it up on the ramp. I've just whipped the wheels off. I didn't see the point in filming that, to be honest, because it's not really exciting. But we'll have a little look around. Let's grab the torch, actually. It's over here. Hopefully the battery works. Yeah, it should be all right. So we'll have a little look under here. It don't look too bad, to be honest. It is literally just road dirt, so all that'll clean off. Them springs don't look corroded at all. Damper, I would imagine that's the original damper. That don't look too bad. So look at the bush. It's not been advised on them on the last MOT. You can see it's just road dirt under there. It's all back box, don't look in too bad a condition at all. Yeah, it's just road dirt, so all that'll clean off lovely. Have a look around this side. Bush don't look too bad, does it? So I reckon they'll be all right. The springs will clean up lovely. This is still MOT'd for about 7 months anyway, so we've not really got to worry about MOT in it, unless any prospective buyer wants a full year on it. But it don't look too bad. Even them bolts here don't look too bad, do they? No. Have a little look at the front. Then brake discs actually look all right. I'll just put the torch there for a sec. Yeah, there's no lip on them, or if there is, it's literally like 0.5 millimetre. You can just about touch it with your fingernail, so they look fairly good condition. You can see the brake pad there, so I'll get that in focus. There you go, guys. It's about 10 millimetres, or 8 to 10 millimetres on that, so that looks okay. That bottom arm don't look too bad. Don't know if there's a bit of wear. Have a little look in there. There's a bit of play in that rubber. You can tell it's kind of dropped down a little bit. If you look at that one compared to that one, or maybe they are the same. Yeah, maybe they are the same. Yeah, there was an advisory on the last MOT anyway, so we'll leave them. This will all clean up nice under there. You can see it's just under there. Just road dirt. So we'll clean all that around behind the bumper and that as well. The brake disc, again, obviously, I reckon there was probably changed in the last 12 months. Brake pads, again, 8 to 10 millimetres on there, so they're all good. Let's move around to the back here. And that bolt's all right up there as well. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad under there, to be honest. So I'm trying not to fall over the arch liner and the wheels here. I'll tell you what I did notice as well. We've actually ordered and they've been delivered to my brother's house 2 new tyres for the front, because I'll show you that. It's a bit hard to see from the camera, but that's almost on its wear bar, that one. But you can see like there's virtually bald this side. And I'll show you on this other tyre around here. So I've just got to be careful not to get our secret project car in the picture. Again, you can see it's really shiny and sort of bald there. So I don't know if this person's had an accident and skidded into someone, or someone else has hit them. I don't know, but I reckon them tyres are certainly a contributing factor. So with the bad weather coming up now, as we're coming into October, we've got 2 new tyres we're going to stick on the front of this as well, because obviously we want people to be safe, don't we? And I don't want this to come back into Copart. So yeah, right. So today, I'll zoom out a little bit, guys. It's better. Today we're going to get this wing off. I'll show you how to do that. I might do it in real time. I might do it in time lapse. I'll probably do it in real time actually, because some people don't know how these come off, but they're dead simple. You have to disconnect the bumper here. There's a plastic bracket here that the bumper clips into on the wing, and there's a T25 Torx head bolt just behind here that bolts this bit of the bumper to the wing. undo that. They usually rust in sometimes, and the nutcert spins. You have to get a little hacksaw blade in between there and cut them. This one's actually all right. I've already tried it. So I always spray them up with WD-40 to give them the best possible chance of coming out. So yeah, it's a T25 there. There's a 10mm bolt there that's got a nut on underneath you can get to from the other side. There's another 10mm bolt there. There's another 10mm bolt here. There's a 10mm bolt behind that. There's a 10mm bolt when you open the door just there. And you've got another 10mm bolt here and another 10mm bolt there. And then that's it. The wing will flap about, but you'll find it's held in with all this sealant and seam seal all around this joint. So I normally run a knife around there 2 or 3 times to cut the sealant and then just pull the wing out and out it comes. Obviously you've got to pop the bulb out there as well. So yeah, that's what we normally do. So I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod so I've got the use of both hands, and then we'll get cracking on this. Right folks, I'll try not to make a bit of a fool of myself and hopefully it'll all come apart okay. So what I try and do is I try and get all the tools that I need in one place, so I ain't got to keep running backwards and forwards. But yeah, this is just a T25. That should come out. There we go, and that's that one there. Sometimes they have a big washer on them that gets stuck. This one don't appear to have that, but if you can get a little plastic Tupperware container, what I do is I take all the nuts and bolts off that I'm obviously using, put them in there, then that goes in the boot and we don't lose any then, or we shouldn't lose any. So with this, I always spray a bit of fairy liquid mixed with water in here, just so it helps the bumper come out of that bracket a little bit easier, and you've got less chance of breaking any tabs on the bumper. It don't always work, but obviously I try to give myself the best possible chance. And then you can either put a screwdriver in here and prise it out, or a trim tool. So I try and use a trim tool if I can, just so that I don't chip any of the paint on the bumper if I can help it. But then it should just give it a little bit of wiggle and a pull, and it should come out. There's always one that's a little bit of a pig, but it should come out. I hate these bloody brackets with a vengeance. Sometimes it don't help if it has had a dig on this wing. Obviously it distorts it so they don't pull out as easy as what they should do, but you know, they put a bolt here, why don't they put a bolt there or a bolt there? Jobs are good one, you know. It's a pain in the arse. I hate these brackets. I think everyone else makes this look so easy. It might even be out. Oh, there's one more caught there. Sorry guys, I'm in the picture. Oh, it's been a right bugger. I don't want to break it, I can help it. It's just hooked over the top of it. Get on. You know, if this wasn't on camera, this would be out in about 3 seconds. Come on. Right, I'll try and get the bolt behind it anyway. So yeah, it's just 2 10mm bolts behind here that hold the wing to the inner wing bracket. Whip them out now. In that goes. So at the time of doing this video, we've sold our 2015 red colour therapy, so pleased to say about that. And we've got just this and the grey 2015 lounge in stock. But today, I've just won 2 more cars. So we've got 2 more coming. They'll feature on the channel soon. Obviously, I won't do a walk around video on them. We'll get this one done. But yeah, I've won 2 more cars today. I had to pay a little bit more than what I'd like, if I'm honest. They both went round bonus time twice. And I thought, oh, I've got these. And in the end, they ended up going up. I think one of them went up by about another 150 quid. And the other one went up, I think, by about another £100. So yeah, a bit gutted about that, but I think I still got them for a good price, and I should still be able to turn them out for a good price, and hopefully there's a little bit of a profit in there for us as well. God, that was a right pig. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get that out of there. Like I say, sometimes when he's had a whack, it just distorts it, and it makes it a right pain to get them out. That should pop straight out of there, no problem at all. Thing is, I'd rather break the wing bracket than the bumper. God. Well, I'll try and get the wing off without that first. Sorry about that, guys. I was struggling there. I just had to get a little flathead screwdriver, and I was trying to push the bracket up, whereas it had to be pushed down. So it's just that little tab at the end there. But you can see that's out now, and the bumper's all intact. Happy days. So normally I would take the front bumper off to get to this bolt at the back here, but you can get to it with a ratchet spanner without taking the bumper off. So because the bumper's not damaged, there's no point in doing it. So you can get to it without taking it off. It's a bit more fiddly, but I don't want to take the bumper off if I can help it. So I've actually got a red wing for this already upstairs on the mez, but the chances of it being a perfect match is slim. So unless it's a perfect match, it's going to get painted, which I'm 99% sure it's going to happen anyway. We've got to probably paint it and this door anyway. Most of that I reckon we'll polish out, but we'll polish it out and see what it looks like, and we'll make that look as good as we can before it goes off to Fraser at the body shop. So then there's a 10mm up here. So I can get to that one under there. Should be able to get that one under there with a spanner, I think. Get me out with a spanner. Make sure I'm doing it the right way. See what I'll do, slow the car down. Sorry about that, guys. It's the air brakes or air locks on the ramp that does that. There. It's absolutely chucking it down outside today. Proper horrible winter's or autumn/winter's day, and I'm so glad I got this workshop. I've got to be honest. I don't know how anyone else works outside. So like Paul at Love 500 and Alex at Car Salvage 101. I think I said it before. Take me out off to you guys, because there's no one on earth I'd be working outside in this and that. You know, not a chance. A bit more of that one. So because this one's actually got paint on it, it's a bit harder to undo. So we're going to see what this one owes us at the end, and I think I said to you in the walk around video, I might end up putting one of them fancy stereos in it that Paul's just fitted to his facelift lounge that he's got. There's nothing wrong with this stereo, it works fine, but it just makes it, like I say, a bit more saleable, I suppose. The only downside is it adds £100 cost on, doesn't it? So we'll see. We'll see what he owes us. So it keeps binding up on the paint. We're going to get the cam belt done this one, guys, as well. There's no service history with this. Oh, that's what I was going to say to you as well. Yeah, so my brother spent about 2 hours one day ringing around all the old MOT stations and garages and that to see if he can track down the service history. I don't know if any of you can help us out with this, but every garage he rang up, so the first two or the last two places this was serviced at, don't exist anymore. Their phone just keeps ringing, and one of the numbers is like unobtainable, so that's gone. I presume there were sort of two independent garages, and then one of the other ones, I think which one it was, can't remember now, but one of the other ones, this was like Luton and Bedford way, wouldn't give us any information because of GDPR. So I just said, well, that's a load of rubbish because we're not asking for people's details. We want the car's details. A car can't have GDPR. I said, all I want is the service history. If you can tell me if it's been serviced, please, and could you forward it to me, like, you know, even via an email, so that you don't have to give me any personal details. No, wouldn't do it. So they said the only thing they could tell me is that it was serviced for a dealer, and that if I can get in touch with the dealer, then and they tell me that they can give them the details, then the dealer might be able to give me the service history. So my brother tracked down the dealer, spoke to them. They've got no record of this car. So they said it must have either been a cash job, surprise, surprise, or it was in on a private number plate. So I said to him, like, can he speak to them and see if they can get it from the VIN number? No, they can't do that. They've got no record of it. So we ain't having that much luck, to be honest, tracking down service history. If anyone does track down service history, I know Paul at Love 500 does. Paul, please let us know how you do it, mate, because we've tried and they just don't seem to be able to or want to help. It's a right pain, really. Because I reckon this car has got service history with it. Well, it has. They've told us that, but they won't give it to us. What we've done, we've got our own service books. We've paid to have our own stamp made up, and then any car that doesn't have service history with it, we can at least give the new buyer a service stamp and that and the book to go with the car. So if they choose to get it done obviously elsewhere, then they can in the future, but at least they've got a book to go with it, which is better than nothing, isn't it? So with these guys, I used to just pull these off when I first started doing this. If you do that, you'll just snap these two clips. You unpop the top one, and if you just wiggle it up, leave them two poppers in place, and then them two slots there, slot down and pop the top one in. So don't just pull that off, unclip the top and slide it up. And then there's the other 10mm bolt there. I never take this one out completely straight away. I'll just leave it loose, leave the wing hanging on that, because when you've got the wing, you can just undo that one last of all, and it makes it a bit easier. I've noticed with this as well, the door handles, I reckon they're cheap, crappy aftermarket ones because they don't sit properly, they don't sit flush around here. So I'm probably going to have to get two second-hand ones of them, genuine ones, and swap them over. They work, don't get me wrong, but they just look a bit crap. So we'll sort them out as well. The door cards got to come off regardless anyway, so we may as well do them properly. That'll be another video though, guys. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'm going to move that there. I didn't show you the back tyres actually. I think I showed you on the walk around, but the back tyres are absolutely fine. They've got loads of tread left on them. Where'd that bloody bolt go? Where'd that bolt go? Oh, there it is. Got it. Yeah, the back tyres are almost new. So it'd be nice when we sell this car, it'll have 4 nice tyres on it. That one's out, that one's out, that one's out. So we'll just take this back up to get to the ones underneath. Always seems to be buying these bloody red cars at the moment. I think this is probably about the 5th one we've had. Just dig all that dirt and crap out of there. That's it. Right, and then we should be able to get, what you sometimes have to do here is cut away all the sealant around the bolt head. But what I sometimes do rather than that is wedge an open-ended spanner on, crack it, and then you should be able to get the ratchet spanner on it, he says. Yeah, there we go. Gosh, that one's done. There's one more up here. I'll use this one for that actually. That's got a fair bit of sealant around that one, guys. Let's see if I can get that on it again. Yeah, I got it. Might have to take my hoodie off in a minute because I've got a thermal top on a t-shirt and this, and I'm absolutely melting. Just pop that indicator out of there as well. Get the bulb out, the bulb holder. That just twists 90 degrees and then pops out. That looks okay. I always have a job of getting these lenses out as well without breaking them. So we'll have a look at that again in a minute. Right, that should be out. There should be all the bolts that hold this on now. Just double check to make sure they're out, they're out, they're out. Pop that top one out there. Get the little screwdriver. It should come out. Oh, I missed one in there. Yeah, what a tit. It's the one that holds the headlight in, isn't it? I've missed that one. Muppet. Right, I'll just pop that one out, guys. I forgot about that one. Probably made this a bit harder by leaving the bumper on, but I don't really want to take it off unless I have to. If I get that ratchet through there. No. Note to self, make sure you take the bumper off next time. It should come away a bit more actually. I suppose if I loosen the brackets off at the top, it would do. Come on, you bugger, it's almost out. Nearly there. Yeah, so I think this is probably about the 5th red car we've had. The 2 we've bought today aren't red. The 2 colours that we've got today, we've only had one of each colour previously. So I always try to have 2 or 3 different options for people for cars, like when they come to have a look, both in terms of models and colours, so they've got a bit of a variety to choose from. So at the moment, obviously with this, we had 2 red cars and a grey car. Well, the grey car's not even done yet. So it's nice to have a bit of variety again for people. always makes me laugh actually when people turn up and say, "Oh, I don't want a red car." When they turn up and see them, it's like, "Oh, it's actually quite nice," and that, you know, colour combination and that. And when the red cars are a bit funny, really. Like you'll see under a sort of street lights of a night, some red cars can look like a patchwork quilt. They look orange and all sorts of different colours and that, you know, because the pigmentation in red cars is unlike any other colour. Right, folks, sorry about that. I was getting in a bit of a muddle there and trying to get to that bolt out of there, which was this end one here. I completely forgot that actually holds the end of the wing in. I thought it was them two and that been missed, but it doesn't. So got that out anyway. What I've done is I've peeled the wing back a little bit, so hopefully you can see where the seam sealer is. But basically, it's all around the edge of the wing there. So I've just peeled this back a bit because we're not keeping this wing. It don't really matter too much, but you can see it's all down here. So what I'm going to do is just cut around that with a knife as best I can. Got to be careful not to slip. Just slice your fingers here. Absolutely plaster this stuff on, they do. Some wings are easier to get off than others. Depends really just on how much seam sealer they put on. I'm sure half the time it just depends on whether it was a Friday afternoon job and they want to get home for the weekend, or whether it was a Monday morning job and sod it, will slap it all on. That should hopefully be enough. So some of these are the right pig to get off, some will come off very easy. There we go. Gosh, that weren't too bad actually, was it? So you can see, cut that all around there, just run the knife in. I'll clean all that up, ready to put the new lot on. Probably won't film that actually, I'll just dump this to one side and then let's see, have a little look. Make sure you guys can see that, alright? Yeah, I'll move you a little bit closer actually now. Something like that. There we go. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just run the knife down there and get rid of the worst of that. I normally leave a little bit on there because it gives you something to line the new wing up to, you see. Just chop it back just so that it don't hold the wing off. You can see what I mean, you can see the shadow. So I normally just chop it back a little bit so it don't hold the wing off. Same up there. There we go. Here we go. Last little bit up there. There we go. That's nice and flat. Right, that should be enough now to miss the new wing. It should be enough to miss the new wing. Just get rid of that big blob out of there. There we go, just so it don't hold the wing off. Have to be careful when you're doing this, guys. Really, you probably should wear safety glasses. Might sound a bit over the top, but you snap the end of that blade off, it could easily ping in your eye. I've got a bit of protection, obviously, with the glasses, but if you're doing this, seriously think about wearing glasses, guys, or safety glasses. The last thing you want is the end of this Stanley blade pinging off in your face or your eyes. Right. So that's all off. I'll clean all this up. I won't do this on camera. I'll clean all this up under here while the wing's off before we offer up the new one. But I'll just show you guys now quickly, just so you can see there's no inner wing damage. Let's take off the tripod. There we go. So you can see there's no dents that shouldn't be there or any buckles. You can normally tell this front bit here, if that's dropped down a little bit, that bit there or that bit there will have a little kink to it. You can see that's exactly as it's supposed to be around that swage mark there. So you can see that's dead straight, it ain't bent down or nothing, so you know that's all fine. And the impact, if you look at the wing over there, was actually here. So this is all fine. I'll clean all this up now, I'll clean all this spring up and then I'll go and get the new wing and we'll offer that up. But I'll do all this cleaning off camera. I'll probably have a cup of tea actually and a sausage roll because it's lunchtime. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Right guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. I needed a cup of tea and to de-stress because that's been a right pain in the backside. So what have I learnt from this? Well, I should already know really, but I should have took the bumper off. Pissing about behind here, trying to get to them bolts, squashing your fingers and risk damaging a bumper. It's a no-no. Take it from me, you'll thank me later. If you've got to do this wing, unless you've got a surefire way of doing it, just take the bumper off. It's so much easier. I was just being lazy, if I'm honest, because I had to disconnect the DRLs and the fog lights and whatever. So I was just being lazy. But yeah, that's all on there anyway. Obviously, this is the new wing or the second-hand wing. The colour match ain't actually too bad, if I'm honest. You probably wouldn't notice it unless you was looking for it. But I think we are going to get it painted regardless. We'll see what it's like when it's in the actual daylight and it's down off the ramp and not in the shadows. But yeah, it's not too bad. Only thing I had to do as well, the bracket on this wing that goes in here, the plastic bracket, I'll show you actually. This one here, the end had snapped off of it. So I drilled the rivets out of the old wing and re-riveted it on here. So that just sits under there like that. And then these little clips here is what the bumper clips into. But they're two 5mm penny head rivets. So I just drilled them out 5.5mm and re-riveted it onto the new one. I've already put the T25 Torx bolt in there and clipped that in. Yeah, and the phone ain't stopped going since I last spoke to you guys a minute ago, so I do apologise. It's just crazy at the moment with work. These two bolts are back in now. The headlight bolt's back in. That one up there is loose. I've just put the other bolts in loose at the moment so I can try and get these panel gaps right. So I'm going to just do this one up here to pull this in a little bit, but not do it up too tight so we've still got a bit of wiggle room. It'll just pull this bottom of this wing back in. Put that over there actually. Put this light over there. Hopefully that's enough light. Yeah, I'll just slacken that off a little bit. That's that. And then I'll push the bottom over first, I reckon. A wee bit. Obviously it helps massively if there's two of you here really, but there's only one of me. That's a bit too tight at the bottom there. Too tight. Push it over a little bit more. Let's see if I can lock it in place with that actually. Oh, what's that in there? Try the other one. Something like that. Usually I get these fairly bang on. I should hold that there. Yep. Done. And now just the top one. Same again. A little bit more. Get in there. I think I reckon that'll do. Use the ratchet. Yeah, that looks alright. Let's put this one in here as well. I won't forget to seam seal it, guys. That one's done. Sure. Let me slow this down a little bit. That gap's fine. Same as the other end. Yeah, gap's fine. I'll leave that there. I'm just going to pop the bolts back in the top of the bumper because I took them out. Help get the wing on. Yeah, so take it from me, guys. If you're changing the wing, just take the front bumper off. It's so much easier. It's the first wing I think I've changed without actually taking the bumper off. There shouldn't be too much to do on this car, if I'm honest. Mainly cleaning and servicing from my part. Make sure that's where it was. Yeah. Yeah, mainly cleaning and servicing from my part. And then I'll book it into the local garage and then get them to do the cam belt on it for me. That's the point, actually. I need to order one of them. So I'll message my brother in a little while and get him to order a cam belt kit for us. And that should be it. There's a few little marks I've got to touch in. And that should hopefully be it. So I reckon we'll nail this car in maybe 3 videos. Have a little look there. Yeah, that's it. Do the headlight up now. That one's done up there. Do that one up in there. Next. So to get to this one's dead easy. You can just pop that out and just tuck it round there like that. And you can get to this one. Make sure it's on do up. Yep, it is. And then that will just ping back round in there like that. I won't do this one up just yet because we're going to just shut the bonnet down and see how that wing top sits. Make sure I've left nothing up there that's going to damage it. That should be okay. So that needs to go in just a touch and in at a touch there really. Lower it down a bit more actually. There we go. Push it in a little bit. It's always a risk when you obviously get a wing off of another car that it's been taken off carefully. So normally I buy new wings and have them painted, but this came up at a local breakers yard and undamaged, so we thought, oh, we'll have it just as a spare one, just in case, you know, as a colour match. Normally, obviously, we get them painted, as you know, but this one don't seem to match too bad. But we'll have a look outside in the daylight once we get it out. I hate this bolt here. It's a right pain in the arse. Why can't I just put one like that in it? It's a right pain. That's it, I'm bloody undoing it. Because it's upside down, isn't it? That's it. That way, here we go. Alright, that should do up now. Right, just going to push that in a bit there. Right guys, we're just going to stick a bit of seam sealant on this wing now before we put the arch liner back in. Some people don't bother doing it, but I just think it's good practice. It's not got to be neat really, because so you don't see it. I'll try to do it as neat as I can anyway. I love the smell of this stuff. Probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, I love the smell of it. I don't know if it's because it's a solvent or something in it. Reminds me of the good old glue sniffing days of the 80s. I'm joking. Double that in up there, nice. It just stops water creeping in behind somewhere and rusting between the joints. So there we go. Right folks, we're there or thereabouts on this corner now. So the panel gap is pretty good all the way down. Colour match ain't actually too bad, is it? I don't know what it looks like through the camera, but standing here, you'd definitely get away with it. We are still going to paint it, I'm sure, because we've got to obviously sort this door out. But I've cleaned up under here as best I can, just using a cloth and some elbow grease. The rest will get jet washed off. I've wiped over the spring and that as well. The arch liner's back in. See, all the screws are back in that. Whenever you've got the arch liner out, guys, it's always a good idea to check the DRL bolts, because it's easier to change them once the arch liner's out. Just trying to change them through that access door is an absolute pain in the arse. But yeah, all the bolts are back in that anyway. I'm probably going to set you guys up on time lapse now, just while I clean the rear axle and do the springs and the dampers as well. I'll clean all them up. So I'll set you guys back on time lapse, I think. And I'll see you shortly. So cue the funky music and enjoy. Right guys, welcome back. So as you can see, I've just popped the wheels back on now. There's no need for them to be off. Just show you underneath here. I'll get the torch actually, one moment. So yeah, see the wheels are back on. You can see what I mean about the tread on them tyres. They're like brand new, the back ones, but I've given the dampers, I think you can see in there, focus. There we go. I'll give the dampers a wipe over. I'll give the springs a good clean as well. I've wiped over the back axle as well and cleaned that damper and spring as well. There's a bit of surface corrosion on that, but it wasn't an advisory on the previous MOT, and it's still got 7 months MOT left on it, so I don't see the point in changing them, to be honest. What I've done, yeah, so the wheels are back on it. All that crap under there will get pressure washed off once I take it home. I had a quick go actually a moment ago. Remember, you can probably see the dents on that door now. I don't know if it's better without the light or with. Basically, there's a dent there. There's a couple there and a little one there. Let's try looking this way actually, you might be able to see. If that's any better. If I move the camera about, you can see them. But yeah, so if you remember, there was a scuff there as well around it. So what I've done, I've got the little cutting. I'll show you actually. So I used some Ferrecla G3 cutting compound. So I used some of that in that focus, and I've got these little discs that attach to a drill attachment. Is it in there? It's in there somewhere anyway. But yeah, it attaches to a drill, and all I did was I stuck some of that on there and give it a quick going over, like little cut, and it seems to have got most of the scuffs out of it. Obviously, there's still a few left on there, very very light. But if I go over it again and then with a polishing uh, compound, I reckon I'll get most of that out. But I'm going to leave that to Fraser to sort out anyway. I might even take some pictures and send it to Bowie, the PDR guy, and see if he can do anything with it, because I reckon that, and that, and that you can probably get out. I'm gonna have a go myself because I've got to do the door handle, so I'll have a go myself. I can't mess it up any worse than what it is, can I? So I'm gonna have a go myself. If I can do it to a decent standard, happy days. If not, Fraser or Bowie will sort it out. Right, folks, we'll probably wrap this video up here because it's getting a bit long now. Feel free to drop us a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. It all helps the channel grow. The next time you see this car will probably be me servicing it, giving it a good clean inside, and you'll see what we've done with that passenger door, whether Bowie's done it or whether it's gone off to Fraser. So if Bowie does it, I'll see if I can get him on video again, if he's happy to be filmed, and get him working his magic. So thanks very much for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.